Seagulls are at it again. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got about 165 jobs going on at the moment, but today I'm going to start putting the sink together in the van and adding the waste to it and you know, leave that for 24 hours and then we can get on with the rest of it. So we've got quite a few different parts. We've got the insert what goes into the sink, and this has this rubber part that goes over it, and then underneath, once it's gone through, we have another foam part which goes on top of there, and then it all fastens together like that. But first of all, we need to give it all a bit of a clean. So I've just got some white spirit here. I'm going to clean this off, clean it around here, let it dry, and this is just so the silicon's got a nice clean area to stick to. So I'm just going to run a bead of silicone around here. And on the back too. Let's see where that actually fits. Yep, fits onto there. Right, so now we've got the rubber seal, which just fits onto there, and that is going to pop into there. Yeah, I've checked the instructions from Wayne and I'm doing it right. So let's carry on with this then. So as you see, that's silicone round there, that's silicone round there. So this now pops onto there. But of course it's loose because there's nothing to hold it in position. So I'll have to put my hands through it. And then we've got, this fastens onto there. But we need to put the foam seal on first. And then we're just going to screw this on. You can see the silicone ooze out. And on the inside too. Just make sure that's in the right place. I don't know if there's a special tool for this. Oh, the whole thing's turning round. Feels tight to me. And you can see we've got the silicone oozing out of it, so it's made a nice seal. And the same on the inside there. Alright, so I'm just going to clean this off with some rags. Looks like we've got a dent in the bottom of the sink. Don't know where that came from. So I'm just going to clean that off, leave that for 24 hours or so before I fasten the waste on the bottom, which just fastens on the, you've got a rubber o-ring which fits inside of there, and then that just fits under there and tightens up. As far as I know, we don't put any silicone on these or anything because that sounds pretty stupid because you'll never get it off. Right, now we've got it all nice and neat, so we'll leave that for 24 hours and we'll get on with something else and I'll be back to it tomorrow. So I've been and got some watering cans for the plumbing system. They don't fit. I knew they wouldn't, but my idea is I'm going to cut this bit out and then that I'll just slide in there. We hope. Anyway, I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the unit doesn't fall to bits. Shake, rattle and roll. Alright, let's do it. I've damaged the front, but don't tell Brenda. She might not notice. No, the trouble with this is it's rock hard. I could do with a powered jigsaw in there, but How can you get a blade in there? You can't. Right. Oh no. Quite clearly a nail in there. It's working, but it's hard work. Hardest nail in the world, apparently. Ow! Big chunk of hardwood. Nice bit of hardwood. Right, let's try them in for size. No. This front bar is going to have to come out. Oh well. Oh no, it can go that way. It can go that way. Once I get this nail out of the way, I think the nails are stronger than the unit. So, anyway, you can see it goes in. So there you have it. I go in nice and easy now. So being a rubbish YouTuber, we didn't film this the first time. So we've got Steve from Hugo Van here. And the first time we did it, we had lots of leaks. But it was leaking from here. And it isn't leaking this time. So we can only assume that it was the O-ring inside there, which when I tightened it up, wasn't quite right. So as you can see there, it's working perfectly. So that's ready to go in. Right, let's get rid of it. It's a thumbs up from me.
Your end fell off again.
My ends fell off again. Steve, screw my end on for us.
There you go, mate.
Well, that's rubbish as well, and it's top quality products, as always. Right, get on with the rest of it. Say bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Good morning and welcome back. It's another day. I'm getting on with doing this unit, this kitchen unit in the van, and I've just discovered that it looks like it's dropping to bits with all the shaking as we're moving. I thought it sounded a bit rattly. Look at the state of this. What am I going to do? Well, this gap here in here completely dropping to bits. I'm going to have to take the top off, re-screw it all and things, I hope. Oh dear. So I've managed to lift it round into the yard. Brenda's got a pulley back, so I've had to track it round on my own, and as you can see on the angle of that, it's just dropping to bits. It's where I've taken, you know, things to bits and I've left it a bit fragile really. It's all dropping down in the middle, isn't it? I'm going to have to come up with some kind of solution. I'll see if we can straighten it up upside down. It might be easier. Might be. Bang it all back into shape, and then I think put some fasteners on and strengthen it up a bit. Right, that's all back into shape, so now just to strengthen it up somehow. Splitting. Right, so I've put a few screws across here and a few across here as well, if you can see them. And now I'm going to go into the side through here. Let's see, that's loose. Not doing any good whatsoever. going to fasten a bracket on as well. Right, let's try again with the littler screws. So if you give it a shake now, it's a lot sturdier. It's not squeaking and rattling. And once I get the top on, it'll be nice and tight. Right, we've got it all strengthened up. I've got the worktop on, I've got it where I want it. I know this sink is fitting there, but it's where's this dinky little tap going to go? Now when you're doing this, make sure you pop the wires through. So that's where it's going to sit, just there. Right, I better repair this crack. Right, so because we've got the van comes out a little bit here, we can't push it right against the wall, so I'm just going to cut out a little bit here, which I've measured out in tape because the pencil wouldn't draw on it because it's waxed. So I'm just going to cut around this, hopefully. Hardwood, so it's pretty hard. Well, what do you think of that? Super! So I have the lovely soap dispenser fitted, but just there's one problem. I'm not really sure how we'll be able to get that out. What I am thinking though is just taking that out like that, pouring the stuff in there. Unless that's how you're supposed to do it. So that's the wastewater, the grey water sorted. But now because the tap is on the other side of there, I'm going to have to drill a hole through there for the wires to come through and for the pipe to come through, which goes down into the fresh water thing. So I'm just trying to work out where to put the holes. Right, we're just sorting out where the blue freshwater pipe's going to go. We've got a train going past. So it needs to come out of this freshwater tank. It's going to have to come through here and up into the bottom of the tap or faucet or whatever you want to call it. Flange. Fire. That comes through there. And the bottom of that tap. I'm going to fasten it on the top first. Through here. I don't know whether it needs a Jubilee clip on. Yeah, I would think it does. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get that fastened on. And the wires, I'm thinking, are just coming through. We've already got a little gap. Just about see it through there. I've got a little Jubilee clip on it, just to be safe. Well, that's no good, is it? Right, let's see if we can get the soap dispenser going. Yeah, it's going. There you go. That's the top one. So this end of the blue pipe has to go onto the outlet of the pump. And as you can see, that's not going to be an easy job. So we've got a cup of boiling hot water to make it a bit malleable. Got my favourite seagulls on again. What's on the other side? And a picture of St Hilda's Church by the lovely Manda's cat, who supplied plenty of artwork in our house as well, which I will show you if I remember. Right, let's try that. It's nice and soft. That's what she said. It's not keen, is it? Not keen. There you go. That's good. Let's see if the Jubilee clip will fit over it. Not so much. Oh no. There you go. Perfect. What I'll have to do. Now that pops into fresh water tank all the way to the bottom, and the wiring will come up over the top and fasten it around here somewhere.